My name is Mark Levy. I'm currently the head of employee experience at Allbirds, having spent about 4.5 years at Airbnb and then some time in between consulting on the shift from HR to employee experience. And I am also part of People Tech and working with Robbie closely, actually on the funding side of some of the later stage companies that we're investing in. So kind of the whole ecosystem is, I think, what is so interesting and exciting because the vetting process starts very early, and then as you get to know the companies more and they get more involved and more mature and sophisticated, the ones that you think are going to be really successful are going to end up having a stronger partnership and relationship, and then we're figuring out how we set them up for success through our networks and potentially through the companies we're working at. And I was super excited about hearing how it benefits both the HR leaders because they get closer to what's coming and can influence the technology that they'd be able to access. And then also it helps the startups, many of whom I was working with either because they were sending me 5 emails a week or through my work at Backstage Capital, where we were helping underestimated founders try and find their way to get some funding. And I thought, wow, these people really need people that can help them sometimes cheer them on, sometimes tell them it's a bad idea, and a lot of times just give them an opportunity to test things out. Because we were a startup, I think that we felt like let's help other startups. And sometimes it was successful and other times it was not. But I think you know pretty early on whether or not you're going to get what you need and it's a symbiotic relationship. But I found that when you get in early, it's helpful because you can then shape it into what you want, but you can also give people an opportunity that are starting companies to test things out in a smaller situation. And we were, even though we were small, we were also global, so that they can also figure out, is this going to resonate in other countries? How does it work in other languages? And then I think getting people to work with you in the company who either are interested or are skeptics about whatever the topic is, whether it's health and wellness or whether it's performance management. And when you co-create, I think you get a better solution because you're getting the folks who are going to be the end user involved up front to help you figure out how things are going to end up. People Tech and tech solutions can help you to expand the notion of HR because it gives you an opportunity to do things in a different way and to test things rather than just using the large enterprise software. You can really go deep with some of the things that are coming. I think the most important thing is to find out what it is that your employees need or want, and then how do you find the right solutions to address those, and how do you work with them to help you to make sure you're making good choices, and then you're bringing it in and you're rolling it out in a way that's through this idea of co-creation and almost advocation of what you've got going on. And what I found is that people want to learn from each other, and at Airbnb we had the Fortune Best Places to Work come in and try to get us to apply for those things. And we're like, no, that takes time and resources. We'd rather just network and find ways to learn from each other. So we always said yes. And we had a lot of people who came in and we took on tours and we visited their offices. And I think creating community and network is the best way to sometimes get other people to learn and make the mistake, and or share the things you did that didn't work well so that they can learn from your mistakes. And then, together you're better.